Have you ever felt like you wanted to make a huge change in your life, but it just feels impossible? Well, today we're going to talk about a simple but really powerful idea that massive, life-altering transformations don't actually come from those giant leaps. No, they come from the small, almost invisible habits you practice every single day.
So, let me ask you directly. Are you looking for a big change, a real shift in your health, your career, maybe just your overall happiness? It's so easy to think that you need some huge, dramatic effort, right? Like a total life reboot.
But what if I told you the secret isn't some giant leap, but actually a series of small, consistent steps? The whole idea we're digging into today is that real, lasting change doesn't show up with a big bang. It's built quietly, one tiny habit at a time. Let's break down exactly how that works.
All right, let's start with part one, building the foundation. Because think about it, before you can go out and change your world, you've got to secure your own energy. This is all about fueling your mind and your body for the journey ahead.
So, what's the first, most fundamental habit? It's something we all know we should do, but so often push to the side. Just get more sleep. Seriously, this is the bedrock of your physical and mental energy. And the target here is beautifully simple: 6 to 8 hours a night. You got to think of this less as a suggestion and more as the non-negotiable premium fuel your brain needs to repair itself, lock in memories, and actually grow.
Okay, so once your body's rested, it's time to feed your mind. The next foundational habit is just to read more. And look, this isn't about trying to devour a whole novel overnight. It's about creating a consistent practice of learning and expanding your mind.
And check out how easy this can be. The goal is just 5 minutes a day. That's it. We're talking 2 or 3 pages, but read with real focus. This takes all the pressure off and makes it a small, easy win you can get every single day.
Now let's move into part 2 and see how these habits start to stack on top of each other. Now we're going to focus on cultivating inner resilience. With our physical foundation in place, we can start strengthening our inner world.
Okay, this one is huge. A massive source of our frustration in life comes from expecting other people to act or think a certain way. The habit here is to just let that go, to find strength not in what others do, but in what you can actually control.
And this just says it all, doesn't it? 3 simple words: rely on yourself. Now, this isn't about shutting people out or isolating yourself. It's about taking ownership and becoming your own most reliable source of strength and accountability. Here's another amazing tool for building that inner world: writing. The simple act of putting your thoughts into words, even if it's just for you, can bring such incredible clarity. It's a space where you can sort things out, find some joy, and tap into a surprising amount of positive energy. Now let's talk about one of the biggest threats to our inner peace: the comparison trap. It's so easy to look at someone else's path, right? It always seems so clear and direct. And what that does is it distracts us from our own journey, which is meant to be lived at our own pace. So here's the crucial takeaway. Everyone is unique. Your journey is not supposed to look like anyone else's. And embracing your own pace, that's not settling. That is the key to actually living the life you want, totally free from the pressure of keeping up with others. And that brings us to part 3, expanding outward. So now that we've fortified our inner world, we can start to look at how we engage with everything else: our money, our relationships, and the world at large. Let's get really practical for a minute. Let's talk about saving more money. And this isn't just about piling up wealth for the sake of it. It's about creating freedom and getting rid of one of life's biggest stressors. Now I know, that is a bold statement, but the idea behind it is incredibly practical. Having a financial safety net doesn't just buy you things, it buys you options. It gives you the stability to handle an emergency, to chase an opportunity, and just build your life with a lot less fear.
And just like reading 5 minutes a day, the key is to start small. The source here gives an example of about 10,000 Vietnamese dong a day, a tiny amount, but it's the principle that matters. Start with whatever you can. Let those little amounts add up and just watch as your financial freedom gets a little bit closer every single day.
Okay, moving from our finances to our spirit, the next habit is all about generosity. This means training your heart to be open, not just with money, but with your time, your kindness, and your perspective. I absolutely love this idea. An open, generous heart doesn't just help other people, it literally widens your own path. It invites new opportunities, it deepens your relationships, and it just makes the whole journey of life feel a whole lot smoother. And for our final habit, this one is such a powerful mental filter.
It's simple. Practice caring less about things that have absolutely nothing to do with you. The drama, the gossip, all that noise, just let it go.
I mean, just look at this number. The claim is you can avoid 80% of life's troubles with this one simple shift. Just think about that for a second. By saving your mental energy for what truly matters to you, you cut out a huge amount of unnecessary stress. That is an incredible return on investment.
So, this all brings us to the conclusion: your steady path. The core idea that runs through all of these habits is that a stronger, calmer, more successful you isn't created overnight in some big explosion of effort. It's built quietly, day by day, from the inside out.
So, let's quickly recap the path we just walked. We started by building a solid foundation with sleep and reading. From there, we worked on cultivating inner resilience by relying on ourselves and dropping the comparison game. And finally, we learned to engage with the world more wisely. It all points back to one single thing: strengthening yourself from the inside out.
And that leaves us with one last really crucial question. This isn't about what you've learned anymore, it's about what you're going to do. Looking at everything we've talked about, what is the one small habit that you will start today?